So today I decided to try something new. Smugglers just came into the Sea of Thieves with a new update and, well, I thought I'd give it a go. But I wasn't planning on doing it the usual way. Of course, they want me to move crates here and there, deliver cargo and stuff, but that's not really my plan today. I've got something else in mind, something about smugglers that most people actually miss. And I'll get into that a bit later. For now, I just needed to get to my first smuggler's hideout and, get the grind rolling. So I voted on the quest, raised the anchor, and headed towards my first island. I could already tell you this wasn't going to be a boring run. And, well, there are a couple of reasons for that. First is people kind of forget how dangerous the seas get when the new update drops. Everyone's out there testing stuff, acting unpredictable. But the second reason, smugglers don't just bring the boring delivery jobs. They actually open up a whole new kind of gameplay. If there's nobody around, sure, it's just a chill grind. But if there is somebody around, that's when things get spicy. Opportunities for unique plays, weird tactics, and little tricks most people won't even expect. That's exactly what I was hunting for today. So here's the thing about smugglers, they don't have their own emissary flag, which basically means you're invisible to reapers, and that alone opens the door for some sneaky gameplay. Right off the bat, you get a brand new black powder keg, and most of the islands now have those old but new rowboats with kegs attached to them. Not to mention, almost every island you visit has a little bit of smuggler sloop just lying around. And honestly, I'm not even gonna dive into skeleton ships because those guarantee you some serious reward. The world of Sea of Thieves is definitely shifting, and only time will tell if it's actually for better. Now, like I said, if no one's around, it's a pretty chill experience. You're basically just hopping from island to island, scooping up loot and dropping it off at those so-called smugglers' hideouts. So with no ships in sight, my goal was clear: stack a decent amount of loot on my boat, just so I don't waste time searching for someone. In Sea of Thieves, opportunities always come around eventually, and you just gotta be ready to grab them the second they appear. So I kept cruising along, and honestly, it was a pretty chill ride. I was hitting islands, grabbing a bit of extra smuggler's loot from forts, sinking a couple of skeleton ships here and there, and everything felt calm. But for some reason, I pulled out my spyglass and glanced into the distance. I thought I saw something. It could have been nothing, but it also could have been that opportunity I was talking about earlier. Well, I didn't hesitate. I made the call to go after it, even though my ship was already stacked with a decent amount of loot. I sailed for a while, but nothing. The sea was empty, and it started to feel like I'd been wrong. I was just about to turn back to my quest when out of nowhere I spotted a sloop. They were clearly on their way to run their own thing. Now, going straight into the fight with them would have been disaster for me, especially with all those gunpowder barrels I had sitting on my boat. That was the last kind of mess I wanted, so instead, I figured I'd play it smart. I chased them and pulled up to a nearby island, tucked my ship behind the rocks, and grabbed a black powder keg. My plan was simple: sneak up on them and go for that one clean play. And honestly, that's exactly what smugglers are about. That's what makes them different from a regular merchant run. Almost every island has these kegs just waiting for you, plus rowboats for setups like this. You don't need to spend a half an hour grinding out a mega keg from a Fort of Fortune or digging through a merchant quest. The tools are right there for you, ready to use whenever you want to make a play. At first, I tucked at the back of their ship, just laying low, trying to not make a sound. But the longer I sat there, the more I realized if he checked the map or glanced over the side, I'd be caught instantly. So instead, I went for the crow's nest. It felt like a bold move at the time, but something about it just made sense. I climbed up, found my spot, and settled in. Later on, I'd find out that decision was probably the best one I could have made. Up there, it was just me, the wind, and the creaking wood of his ship. I couldn't see or hear him, so I waited, patient, quiet, just watching the sea roll by. Then finally, he showed up on another rowboat he found himself. He climbed back onto his own ship, suspecting that something is wrong. And that's when I knew it was time to make my move. Oh, he's coming up. Okay. I hope he's not gonna defuse that. He shouldn't. Oh my god. Wow. How did my rowboat survive and the one next to it blew up? Mine was technically closer. We gotta fix that real quick. Nice. Nice. Oh, he's done. Holy shit. Oh, he had so much too. Oh my god. Look at all of this. And he scuttles. Aw, poor guy. How did my rowboat survive all that? Like 3 kegs next to it and 1 attached to it. Like, I don't understand. It's in perfect condition too, like, what? Anyways, look at all this Order of Souls stuff. It's good skulls too. Very nice. After I moved everything out onto a rowboat, I went back to grab my ship and sailed over to where I'd left it. By the time I got there, the only thing I had on my mind was that Fort of Fortune that just spawned in the sky. I was thinking maybe I can make another play there, but before I went chasing that, I really wanted to cash out. No point in risking everything I'd stacked already. It was time to earn gold, not lose it. Luckily, smugglers' hideouts are scattered all over the sea, and one of them was right next to me. So I headed over there and sold everything I could, except the black powder kegs, of course, because I knew I needed those for my play. Once that was done, I sailed to a nearby outpost to sell the rest of the loot, all the stuff I picked up from islands, and that sloop. The outpost I chose was close enough to Fort of Fortune that I could keep an eye on it, maybe even see if anyone was already there. But when I got close, let's just say I really didn't expect what happened next. Already a brigantine there. Nice. Oh my god, of course. What? No. No, 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 no.
What the fuck is this? Oh my fucking god, bro.
Who's this guy? Oh my... I can't let you board. No way.
Hello. Oh.
No way. Oh my god, I gotta sell this quick. No way, he's here. Get the keg. Okay, you know what I'm thinking? We take this keg and we blow up his boat right now. I don't want to risk it. Where is his boat? Wait. Hold up. There is no boat. Was he just here? Tucking as well or something? What's going on? Huh. And he's not coming back, so... yeah. I think we're good, but What are the chances of him being here? Oh my god, he could have easily sunk me here. I sold everything off, left my ship parked on the opposite side of the island with just 3 barrels on board, making sure the fort crew wouldn't notice me. From there, I started planning my next move. It turned out there was a brigantine parked at the fort, which meant, yeah, I had to assume 3 players were guarding it. It wasn't gonna be easy, but honestly, that's what makes it worth the risk. The brigantine was busy clearing out the fort, so it gave me the perfect chance to sneak up in close. I rode right up, climbed aboard, and tucked away with the barrels I had brought with me. Oh, come on, game. Please. Oh my god. What is... Okay, finally. They still haven't noticed me. Oh no. Damn, explosions. They might be coming back on the boat. I think we're good here. You know what? I have to just try. I think this could be a great move. Yeah, it's good. I'll keep one here. Perfect. Oh, one's coming. Please. Oh, there's 2 over there. Oh my god, they haven't noticed any of those barrels. Oh, this is insane. Okay. Perfect. I knew this was gonna be good. For a while, I just sat there completely still, waiting. But after sitting like that for what felt like forever, I started thinking maybe I should change things up. I wanted a better view of a fort and see what progress they've made so far. So I decided to climb up into the crow's nest to at least see what's going on. Alright, better view. Oh, wait a minute, what was that? Is that another tuck over there? Oh my god, it is! It is another tucker! Oh my god. Yeah, there he is. Man, you gotta blow all the cover. He's coming over with the keg. Oh my god. I'm gonna just sit here. I'm not sure if he knows about me or not. He's gonna be surprised how many kegs these guys already have on their boat. Oh my god. Oh, there's... Wait. Oh. Oh my god. Oh no. What happened to my kegs? Hold on. Let's just say things didn't go exactly my way. My plan was done, and just like that, I was back at my own ship. At first, it felt like I'd lost the chance, but then I realized something. Nobody had seen my ship tucked behind the fort, which meant when they finished off, there was a good chance they'd sail right to this outpost to sell. And that's when a new plan clicked. I was gonna find a merfru on this island, scuttle my ship so they wouldn't suspect anything, and then just wait. I knew I only had one shot at this. I climbed to the very top of the Sovereign's Tower and tucked in there. All I could do now was wait for the moment they'd come sailing in. I think it's time. They're pretty close. I don't see any treasure on their boat, and they didn't pull up to where I wanted them to. But anyways, this is it. Oh, please. Oh, yes. Nice. Got him. Oh my god. It's on the bone collar. They're almost sunk. I just can't hit my shots, and of course it had to be a gold skilly. Oh my. If only I could hit my shots, maybe the last play would have worked out. But whatever, I just kept going with Smuggler's grind, dove to a fresh server looking for some new adventure. I started sailing from island to island again, scooping up Smuggler slough and stocking my ship with supplies. The next quest pointed me towards Plunder Valley, so I set my course and headed that way. On the way there, I noticed an hourglass battle going on between two ships. Looked intense, but honestly, I figured it wasn't my problem. Just keep moving, right? Well, turns out it was my problem. By the time I pulled up to a Plunder Valley and started unloading my loot, the sloop that won the battle decided to turn their attention towards me. At first, I wasn't too worried. I already had a plan for me in my head, a proper one this time. All I had to do was execute it right, and this could turn into something pretty fun. So I just let him chase me for a while, just waiting for the perfect window. I didn't want to rush it. I wanted that one clean shot. And then, when the timing felt right, I went for it. I grabbed a black powder barrel, jumped overboard, and started swimming straight for his ship. He definitely didn't see that coming. The moment he noticed me coming back, he panicked, started sailing off, running buckets, patching holes, and just trying to keep the whole thing afloat. But he couldn't keep up. Eventually, I closed the distance, took his mast down, and sunk him. After that, honestly, I didn't care about hunting anyone else. I had my fun, got my fight, and all that was left on my mind was finishing this run clean. So I turned back to my ship, sailed off, and focused on selling the rest of the loot I'd stacked. So yeah, that was my Smugglers run. I started off just chilling, stacking loot from islands, forts, and skeleton ships. I had some big plays lined up, from sneaking onto a sloop's crow's nest with a keg, to trying my luck against a brig at the Fort of Fortune. Not all of it worked out, but that's just how the seas go. In the end, I kept the grind going, found myself in the chase with a sloop, and finally pulled off the perfect cake plate to sink him. After that, it was all about wrapping things up, selling the loot, and calling it a win. The seas feel different now with smugglers around. Way more sneaky plays, more opportunities, and honestly, way more chaos. But that's what makes it fun. Who knows what the next server's gonna throw at me? Guess I'll find out soon enough.